with EFS 18mm. What kind of lens do you have on there?
This is the 18 by 55mm lens. If I had wanted a better stock lens, I would have gone with the model that comes with the 18 to 135mm.
So the T3i is a newer model that I guess would be replacing the T2i?
Well, it's not necessarily replacing. It's more they did a slight update on it, added a few features, a more fit and polish. I think they realized that there are a lot of people in the world who do not have money for a 7D or a 5D Mark II. And so they made a slightly better variation of the T2i.
Slightly better in what way?
Well, so it has the same optics, but a couple things that it has is it has this swivel screen, which is something that I really like because I want to use this both for audio and video. And I'm also somebody who likes to sometimes hold my camera up over my head and try to shoot photos, and being able to look up at the screen is very helpful.
And that, if I'm not mistaken, is a 3-inch screen.
It is a 3-inch screen, and it looks... I was amazed at how good it looked, honestly.
All right, so you said it does video as well, so HD video, assumedly.
HD video, 1080p at 30 frames a second, or 720p at 60 frames.
Okay, so in terms of ISO, it goes from 100 all the way to 6400. Where do you plan on using this most?
Where do I plan on using this most? Probably it'll just go with me and I'll take photos. One of the things that I really liked about a couple of the times that we've been out at conferences is having a still camera that has an iFi card in it that I just automatically have the pictures sync through my the tethering on my phone and just go up to my Flickr page so that I have like stuff that's going up all day long.
All right, so then it supports Canon's EF and EFS lenses.
Yes.
Do you have any other lenses, or is this the first Canon SLR that you've ever...
No, I have a number of lenses. I think I have, it's like a 50 or 55 to 250 millimeter lens. And then I have a macro lens that's like 11 millimeters to 18 millimeters.
So really, the primary reason you purchased this camera over everything else, was it price? Was it the features, megapixels? What was it?
Well, so I had been looking at the T2i and comparing that because Brandon that works with us has the T2i, and I liked that. I don't have the budget for the 7D or the 5D. Actually, I mean, I'm sure I could probably scrape together the cash to buy it. It's more if I'm carrying around a $5,000 camera, I'm going to be scared to death that I'm going to lose it.
Now, have you ever lost a camera before?
I haven't, but there's always the first time, and it'll, of course, be the $5,000 one that gets lost.
And these should sell for under $1,000.
Yeah.
What you have right there in your hand.
Yeah, this, in my hand, this package is, I believe it was $849, both online and at Best Buy and stores.
All right, so then it also has a viewfinder, not just the LCD.
Yep. Yeah, you can hold it up to your eye.
Well, I mean, you know, some people would ask. They said, "Is it just the LCD?"
I actually mostly prefer to take pictures that way. It's just that having the swivel screen is a nice to have.
Assumedly, it has some kind of a stabilization system.
Image stabilization. That's the I believe it is optical. Yes.
Well, I'm just making. I mean, because most of the cameras will come with a digital stabilization, and I assume that if you're paying this much for a camera, it would have.
Yeah, and I believe the I on the line is the image stabilization designator.
Ah, fair enough. So then, in terms of removable media, SD, I assume it would be SDHC and SDXC as well.
Yes.
USB 2.0.
Yep.
Any other kind of connection options? You've got is that a hot shoe on top?
There is a hot shoe on top. I have an iFi card, and the other thing that I like about the Canons, and I think some of the Nikon line has this as well, is integration of the iFi software, so that if you have an iFi card, you can actually put the iFi card in the SD slot just as you would. But then you can configure iFi options to enable uploading on the fly right on the camera's menu.
So it sounds like a great introductory DSLR.
It is, and I would say that it's probably better than introductory, because you might go with like I think there's still a T1 that is kind of the entry level, but this is certainly more entry level than, say, getting the 7D or the 5D Mark II.
And it shoots RAW.
It does shoot RAW. It will shoot either JPEG, RAW plus JPEG, or just RAW.
Now, do you find yourself shooting a lot of RAW?
I have pretty much never shot RAW.
Really? They seem to be all the rage, especially with HDR photography.
I don't do that much HDR. I do a lot of product photography, and frankly, I don't see any real benefit from shooting RAW for product photography, because it's not like I'm going to spend hours and hours tweaking the appearance of the image for a product.
So any shortcomings with indoor photography at all?
I've noticed that the white balance, particularly when we were trying to shoot video earlier, is kind of, it trends towards the orange side of things, and it's not just my spray-on tan.
I actually have a skin tone when we recorded.
You did. That was shocking.
It was amazing, actually. I would say. So far, no regrets in this purchase.
No regrets so far. We'll see. I haven't actually tried any of my other lenses on it, so maybe I'll hate it. But I mean, they're all standard Canon lenses, so I can't imagine it'd be a problem. Oh, one thing that I do see as a downside that I didn't think of that you will definitely notice in spending more money on a camera. The autofocus on this is very noisy, as I'm sure you heard. As you're doing autofocus, actually, I should turn it on and just demonstrate.
Yeah, you can hear it. Well, with the lens cap off.
Yeah, with the lens cap off.
Try to focus on.
But I'm guessing
maybe the mic will have picked it up. But
I'm not sure if the mic will pick that up, but very noisy compared to the more silent sound of more expensive autofocusing mechanics.
But that would really only come into play if you're talking about video or in silent or in quieter situations where you don't want to hear it.
And really for video, you should zoom in on, or not zoom in, but I mean focus in on whatever you're going to shoot, and then fix your settings and leave them there.
All right. So anything else to say in this T3i review?
That's about it. I mean, it does have a built-in flash, but I would say of the accessories that you should absolutely get an add-on flash, because you're always going to get better results with an add-on flash than the onboard. A couple other things that are interesting about it is it has HDMI out, and it also has the ability to have an external mic. So if you are doing video, definitely get an external mic, because the onboard mic is nothing special.
Well, they rarely are.
They rarely are. But, I mean, really, it's like these four little, like, salt shaker holes here on the left side of the camera body.
And, of course, we'll do our best to help save you money if you do want to pick up a